They say all black folks look alike.
Amen.
Right. I can't help it. I'm Southern. Yeah, but they would purposely holy media stereotypes Batman.
The devil turned black.
But she was.
They got horse in space.
I don't care how progressive you get. I've yet to see a white man lead.
Kevin Durant ain't got nothing on this man but a jumper.
Give me this rock off your shoulder that you've been up under my life.
Let's get it started in here.
Let's get it started. Let's get it started.
All right, folks, time for the battle round. And in the first topic, we got the man who choked his wife. She's a chef on the Food Network. And who gonna start it off this week? Okay, so we got Milo.
Go! Okay, yeah, they calling this a playful tip. This millionaire choking his wife. He's about 70 years old. But my whole complaint is as the clip goes on, as the video goes on, they got a black woman describing domestic violence. I was saying, where did they get this? A white couple that committed this, this tip as they call it, but they got a black lady describing domestic violence. So that makes it look like a black lady. Black domestic violence is with black people. So that was my complaint.
All right, go, S.
Go!
Like he said, that you were looking at, she's getting choked out by her millionaire husband in a public restaurant, and yet none of the major news media covers it. We hear about this from the tabloids and just brief little snippets. And then they when they do show, like he mentioned, he has a black woman talking about it, but they just show this little prissy picture of her. And instead, their attempts to cover it up. So we know pretty soon we're going to see this on an episode of SVU where the black woman just being stupid and black men are abusive.
They already do that. So, all right, in the next round, Essence is going to start off. It's with Miley Cyrus says she loves hood music.
Go!
Man, Miley Cyrus is just trading in her Hannah Montana image and trying to be a big girl or a grown woman, do things her way. She just like Justin Bieber. But the only difference is while she acting out, she don't have any black friends to blame it on. So they get her saying stuff like she's inspired by Motown or loves huge hood music. And so you give her a black influence, so because she can't be a little girl from Tennessee influenced by her daddy country music. If she was singing songs about love, she wouldn't be doing instead of Miley and cocaine.
All right. Milo.
Go! Yeah, she was talking about being in the hood or whatever, but I don't want her to be a Nicki Minaj. She even mentioned Nicki Minaj's name because, first of all, she too damn skinny to be Nicki Minaj. She ain't got no behind like Nicki. I don't know. Well, she can get one. So, they talking about Nicki got one. But what is hood music but trailer park music? The same thing. She could have, because they listen to the rap music in the trailer park. So you could have said trailer park music, and you need to get some hits before you start talking.
All right, that was that on that round. All right, so we got the last round, and we're going to start off with Essence.
Go!
They were talking about Serena and her comments about the Ohio rape case and saying basically maybe the girl shouldn't have been drunk. And it's funny how this came out in Rolling Stone, which is the same magazine that got Miley to talk about hood music. So what she said is absolutely the truth. She didn't blame the girl. She just said the girl made a bad decision and you got to be smarter. If you leave cash on your car seat and you get robbed, yeah, you're a victim of a crime, but you set yourself up. This girl set herself up. So don't expect her to be a grown woman.
All right, Milo.
Go! Well, I feel Serena has a right to her opinion in terms of her being a woman and having been 16 before. What Serena said was true. The girl shouldn't have been in that position. Hell, we can't even tell the truth no more. I mean, that's all Serena did was a truth to her, in her opinion. And what they were showing Serena's altercations, her altercations with the refs. They went back and showing that, like trying to show her as an angry woman, a mean woman.
All right, that was the battle rounds. Okay. Man, y'all was trying to bring it on that, huh?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
man, that thing about the man choking his wife, what got me is on TMZ is how they sit there, and when Chris Brown was charged with domestic violence, it was real serious. It was on every channel. This is just little drive-by, little quick stories. And then even on TMZ, they was making jokes about it. Had one of the girls on there talking about, sometimes you just got to choke a hoe.
Well, you know what? They still show pictures of Rihanna's face messed up.
On TMZ all the time.
And every time they talk about Rihanna with Chris Brown or going back and forth, they're like, oh, this is so stupid or whatever. That's their business. This man choked her in a restaurant and she trying to kiss him right there after he done choked her. She chasing him trying to kiss him. Mm-hmm. But that's all right.
And maybe that's just how their relationship is, huh?
Yeah, man, maybe I have one of them.
He's
physical.
a bit older, you know.
He's 70.
He's 70.
He's
Chris
70.
Brown is young, and sometimes, you know, when you're young, I'm not condoning anything, but when you're young, things happen. You know, somebody throws your phone out the window just because they find a girl's number, you might react. You shouldn't, but you might. But this man's 70 years old eating a good-ass meal in a fancy restaurant.
I'm surprised they didn't bring Ike and Tina Turner back, you know, in the mix.
Well, they do, you know, they do
They
that.
still use
They ain't
it
going to
once-
do that with the white boy.
Oh, that's right.
You know, they'll do it with Chris Brown. They making them the new Ike and Tina
Yeah,
Turner.
we wrote about that.
And now, another segment.
And I'm going to read an open letter. And the letter, y'all heard about what Paula Dean
Yeah,
Yes,
the
I
N-word.
Yeah, so I wrote her a letter.
She couldn't cook that up.
Yeah. She couldn't cook that up.
No.
So I'm going to read the letter to her. Dear Paula, I thought about you briefly and I decided to write you a letter. You see, it's imperative that I write you because I heard you say a few things. I don't think the word you use is a big deal, but what makes it a big deal is history and the fact that you only use the words when you're trying to put down a black person. Some of your fans will make excuses for you. They will say, I'm tired of the N-word issue. It's just a word, nothing more. Stop living in the past. Some of them will say, big flipping deal. I don't live my life worrying about being offended. Black people tell each other that word every day. Rappers use the word in every song. But I'm not going to try to explain the difference in, I'll just say this. Ask any woman how she feels if her girlfriend calls her a bitch, opposed to if her boyfriend called her a bitch. You see what I'm saying? There's a big difference. You think I wake up every day wanting to experience racism? No, I don't make this stuff up. That's what most of you conceited white people think. You think you can tell us what racism is, how we should think, how we should be offended. It's not the 1800s. You can't tell me how to feel. You can't tell me what to eat. And you can't tell me what my name is. I'm not one of you dumbass people who think there's such thing as a race card. That's how it is. So Paula, have you or any of your friends ever fought racism? No, you haven't. You think you can use the word racism behind black crime. You want to tell us you used it when you got robbed. Really, Paula? When you got robbed? Why you playing a black crime card? First of all, let me say this to all you Americans. I want to thank you. I want to thank you, Paula. You know why? Because what you're doing is you showing how you and others who think like you still feel like the only time racism exists is when you see a black person hanging from a tree. That's what I want you to know. And so let me not even go there because I'm starting to get upset. I'm starting to think about what my ancestors went through. So I'm going to end this letter now. But I will write again. And P.S., send me one of those recipes that you stole from my grandmother. And that's it, folks. We don't even need a tip of the week.
You don't need the tip of the week,
No,
man.
we ain't going to give a tip of the week. I'm still hot.
All right, now.
All right, that's it, folks.
Free your mind and the truth will follow.